today I wanted to pop on here and say hi and give you a little bit of inspiration. So this post is for you. If you are someone who you've started a blog, you started a brand, you've started to get yourself out there into the world, you're sharing your story, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I think I need to change direction. Or, oh my gosh, this is unfolding so quickly and I think I want to share more than I realized, or I want to get deeper than I realized, or I don't want to be as shallow, or I want to help people in a deeper way. So a lot of us, when we're starting an online business or a blog, and I was definitely here a couple of years ago when I started a blog, I started wanting to share things that were, hi guys, thanks for the hearts, hi Fancy Sister, hi Em Hampton, hi Viviana, hi, thanks for joining. So I started off really just wanting to follow my passion. I didn't even really know 100% what it was all going to become. I was working in a job where I didn't 100% get to be creative. I didn't 100% get to, share what it was that was important to me. And so I wanted to get it out there into the world. And what happened, what happened is as I started to grow my business, as I started to grow my brand, as I started to grow my following, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm learning so much. I want to get deeper with what I share. I want to get deeper with what I help people with. And then that's when the fear set in, because when you start to share what you're working on, you start to share what you've learned, you want to start to inspire people, you grow a lot as a person. And the reason why I actually thought about this live today is because I was talking to a friend who has this incredible blog about fashion, and now she's realizing that she wants to share more, and she's feeling the need for a rebrand. And so this is for you if you're kind of in that weird, awkward space where you're like, do I need to do a big whole rebrand? Do you feel like a little bit stuck? You don't know what to do next, and so you're not moving forward. And what I want to share with you is the fact that as you start to grow your business online, as you start to grow your blog online, you're going to learn more about yourself. It's such a huge process when you start sharing what you've learned, teaching other people, helping other people, opening yourself up to other people's questions. You learn so much more about yourself. You get so much deeper in the materials and the knowledge that you have that you are naturally going to get to the next level. And so what I want to share with you today is that you don't necessarily have to do a rebrand, okay? Even though you feel like you're changing and you're learning more, no one is going to say like, oh, well, yesterday she was talking about this and today she's talking about that, so I don't know if I can follow her anymore. As long as at the end of the day, you still have that same passion and that same purpose to help people, to inspire them, to motivate them, to push them forward, and you want to share your experience. At the end of the day, all of us were human, right? We're all human, and it is expected that we grow. It is expected that we learn more, and you would be doing the whole world a disservice if you didn't share the things that you learned, as you got better, as you perfected your craft. And this is something that was really, really true for me. The Fancy Sister says, my brand keeps evolving. I went from a food blogger to social media consultant and manager. There you go. Hey, Christian, thanks for joining. And this is especially true for me because when I started my blog a couple of years ago, I didn't even know what coaching was. I knew what manifesting was, but I thought I was the only person. And I had a very, like now knowing what I know now, I had a very elementary knowledge of the stuff that I know now. And all I wanted to do was help people find their passion and learn how to turn it into a business. I thought that was like the epitome. I thought that if you wanted to be successful, all you needed was a good social media following and the email list. And so what I did was I started interviewing people who had created their yes in life and got them to share how they did it. And the stories were amazing. The stories that I heard from women who, you look up to and you think that their lives have maybe always been perfect, or they were able to create this huge amount of success. And then you talk to them and you realize that they're not that much different than any of us. They didn't know a whole lot more than us. It's not like they were more educated or they had a PhD in anything. They just decided to chase after their dreams when so many other people let the fear get to them. And so I started off as a blog, sharing a little bit of my own point of view, but mainly interviewing other people. And just from following my passion, following what I wanted to share with the world, hi Finland, that's cool. Just from sharing what I wanted to share with the world, I gained more confidence. I started to share more about myself. I started to share the things that I learned. I got more questions. I learned more about myself than I started to expand. And I remember having growing pains too when I went from just talking to people about finding their passion and purpose and turning that into a business to then realizing how much energy and mindset and manifesting had a huge part to do with it, and starting to share more about that and feeling kind of stuck in between, being like, oh, do I help people with their businesses? Do I help people with their mindset? Do I help people with their confidence? Do I need to do a rebrand? Do I need to name my business something different? And you know, I don't need to do that because you guys are following me and reading my blog and watching my videos and signing up for my collective, not because I just do one thing and one thing only. It's because you followed my story along the way and you want to hear about my growth. You want to hear about my experiences. You want to follow me on my retreats to Bali when I'm doing business retreats in Bali, and you want to follow me to the conferences that I do when I'm speaking about confidence and mindset. So this is for you if you have that like perfectionist thing in you, and I totally get it because I get that sometimes too, where you feel like, you know, you can't move forward if it's not 100% perfect and set in stone and dotted the I's and crossed the T's. But the most important thing to remember is to go at everything that you do from a sense of adventure. Go at everything that you do from a sense of fun. Understand that it doesn't have to be perfect in order for it to be successful. What I always tell my clients is aim for connection, not for perfection. Because even sometimes your version of perfection isn't even what other people would think is perfect, or isn't even what necessarily is better. I remember when I launched my Good Morning Beautiful emails, the first day that I launched my sales page, someone bought it. And I was like, oh crap, like I wasn't even technically ready for a sale, but it was a huge blessing in disguise because someone bought it, it made me start writing the emails. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to write the emails out. And then when I have some time, I'm going to go back and perfect them. And the funny thing was when I wrote the first line of emails, just kind of rushing through it, going straight from writing, like just channeling through my subconscious mind, getting it done, I had incredible feedback from people saying that it had changed their life. It made them more productive. It made them more organized. It made them more confident. It made them inspired in the morning. It made them turn off their phone in the morning and just you know, live in their own little world. And then when I had a little bit of time, I went back and I perfected it. It was actually really interesting because I didn't get as much feedback after I perfected it. So then I went back again and I changed it back to the originals, right? And so it's so funny because sometimes when you try and like perfect things and be super professional and, you know, do all that stuff, and it comes from a place of lack of confidence and worrying that, you know, yourself, what comes naturally to you isn't good enough. But usually when we try to perfect things and be super professional and people don't connect with it as much. So instead of trying to get the perfect rebrand and the perfect, you know, this and that, what I tell my clients and what I want you to share and remember and write down on a little jot note next to your laptop is aim for connection, not perfection. The people who are going to be following your brand, following, like signing up for your email list, purchasing your products, hanging out with you, wanting to know what you're up to and what you're experiencing, they do not expect you to be perfect. No one expects you to be perfect. You are human. I am human. I am the first to admit that I am perfect. But what we are all craving and what we really want and what we're looking for and searching for is connection. Is someone who is real, is someone who they can trust, is someone who's like, yeah, I'm not perfect. I failed along the way. It was tough along the way. I had my ups and downs, and I came out on the other side, but I'm still figuring it out. That's essentially what you need to do. So if you're stressing yourself out, worrying, oh my God, I'm not good enough yet, it's not perfect enough yet, Don't worry, it will never be. As you get to every next level, there's always going to be a next level. There's always going to be the next goal. So it is really important to look at where you're at. Enjoy where you're at. Enjoy the process. Don't just worry about getting to that end goal, but also enjoy where you are at every step of the way. And unless you find it really fun to do a rebrand, that's going to energize you to do a rebrand, you're excited about doing a rebrand, go for it. But if the reason why you're doing a rebrand is to stop you from sharing the thing that you're really passionate about, then that's the wrong reason for a rebrand. That actually reminds me of when I started the collective. So my membership site now is called the Yes Supply Collective. And I love that name because for me, all the women in my group are very artistic, they're very creative, they all have their unique things that they're doing, and to them their work is their art. They're bringing something into the world that they wish existed. They're essentially designing the life of their dreams. But when I started it, when I was first trying to name my membership site, I was sitting there and the name just wouldn't come to me. I just could not think of the right name. I couldn't figure it out. But what I realized was I could just wait and wait and wait and wait for the perfect name to come to me, and it could have taken me months to launch my membership site. Or what I actually did was I turned my Good Morning Beautiful emails into a membership site. So it kind of, they got all the tools and stuff in there alongside the membership site. So I could have waited forever until I found the perfect name. Hi, Tina. Thanks for the hearts. Hi, Sade. Hi, guys. I could have waited forever until I got the perfect name. Instead, what I did was the best name that I could come up with at the time was the Insiders. So the Yes Supply Collective, in case you didn't know, used to be called the Insiders. And I just went with that name and I was like, you know what? It's a lot more important to me for me to share the tools, the courses, the trainings, the workbooks, all these things that people are asking me for. It's way more important to me for me to share that content instead of me waiting and holding off until I hopefully one day come up with the perfect name. So I just launched it with that name. And then guess what? A few months later, after I already had over 100 people in the group and people were enjoying it, they were loving the content, I was getting great feedback, people were saying that they were launching all their blogs and their businesses and all the things that they wanted to create, I was sitting at my desk upstairs, thanks for the hearts, guys, I was sitting at my desk upstairs and all of a sudden, boom, the name Collective dropped into my head. And I was like, oh, that's it. And when I came up with that name, I knew that was the name that I was supposed to figure out, that I was supposed to find. But if I waited that long, think of all the people that I wouldn't have been able to impact. And so if you're waiting to do a rebrand or you're waiting for things to be perfect, don't wait. Start sharing, and guess what? When you figure out that perfect color scheme or that perfect name, you'll already have an audience there waiting for you. You'll already have people there. You'll already have people there who are excited about what it is that you have to offer, excited and purchasing your stuff, and you'll be making money from what you do if you are launching a product, or if you're not launching a product, you'll just have people there that are listening, that are giving you feedback, that are giving you support, that are there for you, that care about what you have to say. And then when you're ready to make it perfect, you're actually launching to people who are already there and who care and who support you, and you're already able to help them. So don't hide all of your amazing gifts and all your amazing talents behind waiting for it to be perfect. It's so much better for you to just go out there, do what feels good, take that inspired action, and the perfection and the growth will come along the way. So got a lot of comments from that one. So hi guys, thanks for joining. Treasure says, hi Treasure, hi Moni, hi Cherise, hi Ella, hi Mo. I'm gonna start my blog, so you're doing a huge difference in my perspective. Oh, awesome, I'm so glad that happened. Honestly guys, some of my best content comes from conversations from friends or clients. I like give someone advice and I'm like, I feel like more people need to know about this, and then I show up and you guys are into it. So hi Tina, hi Sade, happy rich hippie, hi, says hi dang. We need patience with our processes. Hi Market Beautifully, hi Desiree, hi Sade again, hi Market Beautifully. Christian, hi Christian. The journey always starts inner before it's recognized outer, 1,000,000,000%. I agree. Happy Rich Hippie says, I tried many things before I figured it out. Yeah. Cool. So I think I read all your comments. So I love you guys. Cherise says, yes, I heard my story plenty of times. Yeah. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Hope you have an amazing night. I hope that this inspired any of you who are waiting until you feel ready. The feeling of ready never comes. You just got to do it. You just got to push through the fear. So hopefully this helped you if you're waiting for you to feel ready, because you just got to do it. And when you feel too ready, when it feels too safe, I feel like then it's time to do the next big scary thing. Like I'm kind of thinking about doing my next big scary thing. So you'll see all about that. Yeah, don't wait until you feel ready. That feeling never comes. Don't wait until it's perfect. Perfect doesn't mean it's better. It just means you might have spent way too much time like proofreading and refreshing and like doing the same thing over and over again instead of actually helping and impacting and changing the world, which I know all of you guys can do. So I love you. Thank you so much for joining. Fan Sister is literally so true from my beginning to now. I'm so different. Love you guys. Have an amazing night. Bye, Tina. Bye, guys. Mwah. Mwah. Bye.